Today, I'm going to share something as important as cybersecurity. So how many times have you wondered how does a star performer works in any company? Have you wants to know the characteristics of these star performers? Today, we shall explore some of the characteristics of all these star performers and identify the most important characteristics of all.
According to the World Population Clock, the world population is about 7.8 billion. And out of the whole population, everyone will be curious about what will be the most important characteristics one should desire to have. Today, we are going to explore the characters that a successful person should have. When you come to work performance, lots of people will be able to get the job done. And each profession has its stellar achievers, someone who can get the job done in a better and faster manner. With globalization, everyone and every company are closely connected. Now anyone can hire a freelancer to assist in a project while you are sitting at home. The cost to hire one is relatively low and the quality is of a high standard. And the company can now hire an overseas team to support their office or company are getting support based on the clock, rotating shift round the clock to a different region. With access to such a huge talent pool, companies are never worried or getting the job done. So stellar achievers are getting challenges every second and minute, they can be easily replaced with this freelance or global team. They will be thinking and changing the way they work to stay ahead of the competition. The worrying concern is to ensure the achievers are doing the right thing, then they are in doing things right. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Right methods without the right motives are shallow at best and evil at their worst. Let us now look at the top 5 common characters that every stellar achiever is defined to have. And hopefully, we can understand why are these characters so important. The first on the list that comes to everyone's mind will be the character of integrity. It refers to the practice that regardless of the situation, the practice will still be honest and show consistent strong moral principles and uncompromising adherence to strong moral and ethical principles and values. This is also a common character which interviewers are looking for as well. No company will want their employee to achieve their task completeness in a dirt matter. Especially serious when it comes to sales personnel. When they are in front of others they represent the company. It is not just the reputation of the individual at stake, but the image of the company. The years of reputation that is on the board. The company will be looking at when the salesperson is under the target and heavy stress. Will integrity still be the core value, which the salesperson will display, or will the salesperson go with the underhand method to achieve the sales target? The underlying is to be true to yourself and would not do anything that demeans or dishonors you. Another key characteristic, when coming to a stellar achiever, will be communication. It is the second important voted characteristic because in today's technology how can someone achieve something without communicating with another party? Communication is defined not just verbally but also in written communication. In large multinational companies, a lot of times important messages are passed down to the rest of the staff through email communication. Stellar achievers can have the best ability to strategize and go around getting the work done. But these strategies are nothing when the rest of the team do not understand and unable to carry them out. So the effective communicator can clearly explain tasks, deadlines, and expectations. Sure, some people are naturally more articulate or communicative than others, but being a skilled communicator takes time and practice. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. If effective communication works in the first attempt, the task will be half complete and will bring great success. So communication is critical for high performance and can be deemed as one of the important characters. The third fine characteristic of the stellar achiever will be adaptability. The world is a jungle, but not for stellar achievers. They will have the ability to change their ideas or behavior to deal with the new situation. Stellar achievers will always stand on top of the game regardless of the situation. Flexibility, variable, resilient are all the trends that a high adaptability achiever will display. The wonderful ability to effectiveness to change in a course of action with smoothness and timelines, without any major setbacks is great. High adaptable stellar achiever has a strong positive mental attitude. They must be able to listen to more positive inner voice. This self-talk will keep them in their top performing condition. The 4 character will be the responsibility, taking ownership of yourself. Good stellar achiever is able to fully understand the potential of the big picture, therefore they are willing to be responsible for the course and action. They don't need to be told when they're wrong. They are not defensive about personal failure, they will plan, be diligent, and persevere till the end. Be accountable for their words, actions, and attitudes. A responsible stellar achiever is willing to take responsibility for their actions, takes responsibility for these obstacles, and creates a path toward bringing work back to the intended expectation. It is common to see them going down the checklist and make a personal sacrifice for the overall welfare of the company. Taking a stand for one's own mistake, I am sorry may be a rather small sentence, but they are highly significant. The 5th characteristic of a stellar achiever will be self-awareness. This self-awareness or self-knowledge is irreplaceable. By becoming more self-aware, and subsequently recognizing their strengths, weaknesses, and hidden biases, individuals gain the trust of their team members. With outstanding self-awareness, the stellar achiever will not be able to make informed decisions. And self-awareness will be an important key performance for their self-growth and personal development. This will increase the overall credibility. Self-awareness will help to produce a positive impact on the business they are in. Having an eye on the business process and learn which ideas are effective and which less so. Self-awareness will provide the stellar achiever the ability to figure out why things are not performing and how to address the issue accordingly. Are these 5 characters what makes a stellar performance? Is there any character who will be ranked the first? What will be the most important of them more? If we take a closer look and rethink again, but aren't all this information define what a leader should be doing? So what we are looking should be the highlighted keyword leadership. Leadership as a whole can be viewed or broken down into 2 terms. The first term will be leader and the next one will be ship. When we talk about integrity, communication, adaptability, responsibility, self-awareness, and also other characteristics like teamwork, motivation, and vision, just to add more to the treasure list. With so many characteristics adding to the list, we can see these as treasure and add them to the ship of the leadership. Is the leader driving or controlling the ship? He is driving and having all the important characteristics and treasures. Is the captain of the ship of the leadership? He will inevitably be holding all the discussed characteristics. A leader is not the person who can simply get the job done, but the one who can link motives with methods. They are typically the figureheads of an organization for few reasons. Stellar achievers are top performers in their field, and undoubtedly they are the best. But they might not be able to sustain the same achievement in their personal life. They are more unachieving or have acquired the necessary technical skill set that enables them to outshine in the industry they are in. Leadership, on the other hand, is constantly driving their ship regardless of day or night. They will be there when the button is pressed. They monitor and keep a firm standard to themselves. Personal growth is the ultimate development the leader seeks. They are more of a soft skills development. Only understanding the real concept of leadership can one outshine in the current situation. With this pandemic, to stay ahead in the survivability game, change is the only way. Everyone will be changing the way we work and live. How should the stellar achiever perform so they will not be affected by such changes? Lead and learn will be critical. Leading change is no frivolous task. It is sometimes said that great leaders are born, not made. While some people do undoubtedly contain a certain ability to connect with and inspire others, leadership skills can also be nurtured and developed. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, and share. If you have any questions regards to the video, do leave a comment. Otherwise, stay tuned and we will learn cybersecurity together.
So in today's video, we have learned about the keyword leaderships. I hope that this channel not just grew us in terms of knowledge for cybersecurity, but also grow us in terms of character for our leaderships. So when both knowledge and characters merge together, we will be the renowned cybersecurity professional for the world.